safety, and support global health. With his passion for innovation and sustainability, Dr. Alia continues to inspire positive change towards a healthier and more sustainable future. So let's welcome Dr. Francesco Alia for his valuable and pleasant words. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. Thank you very much for the opportunity to present again to Just Agriculture and all of your distinguished guests. Today, when I present, it's going to be quite different than any presentation that I've done in the past. In the past, I believe it's almost 3 years that I've been presenting with Just Agriculture, at least 2, sometimes I think 3 times a year. And I have been giving updates as to our technology and its impact around the globe, and an overview of how it works and how it is completely different, and also how this technology is the future of farming for the entire planet. And it has been my pleasure to continue to present and introduce the Kiminasi crop booster to the science community and to industry and to farmers all over the world. So today is going to be a little different because what I did was I put together a webinar that I had recorded, and in that webinar, I had a very specific purpose. Our company is growing. We are receiving more and more international recognition. The inventor of the technology has been nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize 2 years in a row now, and also received the ISTRA award as the top top sustainable agricultural researcher for 2024. So with all this international recognition, speaking at the United Nations, being invited by top government officials, vice presidents of countries to meet with their government, I said it's about time that we start recruiting and bringing into our company like-minded, dedicated scientists from all over the world. And so I did a webinar to basically recruit technical people and representatives from Asia, including India. And I recorded that webinar. Today I'm going to play that because it was very well done. It was very professional. And at the end, there were some very good questions that were all answered. However, what I would like to do is I would like all of you to understand that we are growing. We are looking to demonstrate to the world that this is the future of agriculture, this technology, and it will support all other sustainable, regenerative farming. And the caption is basically the chemical farming era of the last 120 years is over. You know, the next 10 years, you will see a shift into sustainable, regenerative, and then we are going into energetic farming, bioenergetic farming, something nobody's ever seen before. But Harvest Harmonics, our company, is leading the charge and demonstrating this now with 69 governments around the world. And we are making big strides in India with several universities and some government agencies at this point. So I urge you all to listen attentively, and please write down all your questions. At the end of the webinar, there will be about 30 minutes where I will answer all of your questions. And that is my purpose today, to show you what we've done, show you what we're doing, okay? And then answer all your questions at the end of the day and at the end of the webinar. And also look to see if some of you would be interested or know someone that's interested in joining the team that's bringing the future of agriculture. Okay, thank you very much. And without any further delay, let me get this set up. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. I need to share with audio. Please enjoy. Good morning, good afternoon, and for some of you, good evening. This is the Indo-Asia, the continent of Indo-Asia webinar. My name is Francesco Arlia Jr. Please call me Frank. Keep it very simple. I am the CEO of Harvest Harmonics. We still have some people joining. I am the CEO of Harvest Harmonics International. We are the company with the most revolutionary technology in agriculture today, called the Kiminasi Crop Booster. And this technology is changing the industry all over the world. We are currently working with 69 governments, many, I've lost count of how many universities around the world. We have developed our own trialing system, a trialing system that will prove something works or it doesn't work. Like, there's no way of lying with this trialing system. Okay? And so we're actually changing the way universities and governments trial and test new technologies. We are here to look for representatives in your area, in the Indo-Asia continent. And basically, we're looking for mainly scientists or agronomist specialists, farmer specialists, anyone that understands how to present technology, study technology, measure technology, field technicians. Field technicians can learn our system. You do not have to be a scientist. If you are a scientist, this becomes more easier for you. But ultimately, as a representative, you would represent our company. You would help us to solve the problems of your country. This is what you're thinking with. You're thinking with, we're going to be solving the problems of agriculture in your country by bringing a solution that will solve the disease problems, the growing problems, right? And ultimately, you're helping us to promote our technology and sell it in that country through science. Okay? Again, you could be a sales expert and we will teach you the science. But if you're a scientist, it's easier to teach you how to sell. Okay? Because you're not really selling, you're presenting the truth. As a scientist, you present the truth and people see the truth with their own eyes, and then they want to acquire, they want to have what you have. It's very simple, okay? And my purpose today is this webinar is being recorded, and because my time is very limited, however, we're going to be looking for people every week to join and learn and join our company because we're expanding and growing. We're going to be playing this webinar every single week, over and over again, once a week. And anyone that that sees it in the future will see this recording. So if you do not want to be recorded, just turn off your camera and don't show yourself. I also ask that you write down all your questions. I will unmute everyone as soon as I'm done with my presentation. I will unmute everyone. I want you to write down all your questions because the second half of the webinar is me answering questions. The tougher the question, the better the question, the better, because I like to answer very complicated, interesting questions. All right, let's get started. I'm going to start with an explainer video. All right, this explainer video will basically give you an overall understanding of our technology and what we're doing in the world. The first 3 minutes of the video, all of you understand already. It explains the physiology of plants. The second 3 minutes of the video explains how the chemical farming era of the last 120 years has destroyed our planet, our food, and our human bodies. Everybody in the world is sick because of the chemicals in our food. And the last 6 minutes will explain how our technology is changing the whole world and getting rid of all these chemicals and bringing us into the energetic farming era of the future. So here we go.
Peas, beans, and clover are among the 18,000 species in the pea family. Most species in this family, including these three, are known as nitrogen fixers. They increase the level of nitrogen in the soil, which plants need to produce protein so they can grow, and chlorophyll so they can photosynthesize. One way to use this in the garden is to interplant nitrogen fixers with other plants that need a lot of nitrogen. Or you could plant a nitrogen-fixing cover crop like clover for fertile soil next year. Okay, this can be useful, but doesn't nitrogen fertilizer do the same thing but more conveniently? Why bother with this nitrogen fixation thing? Understanding this requires us to understand how nitrogen fixation works, which in turn requires us to understand the broader nitrogen cycle. So let's start with the big picture. Nitrogen makes up 78% of the Earth's atmosphere by volume. But most of this nitrogen takes the form of two nitrogen atoms strongly bonded together, which isn't very reactive and is useless to plants. For it to become plant available, we need the help of bacteria. Various species of bacteria eat atmospheric nitrogen and poop out ammonium. This gets eaten by other kinds of bacteria, which poop out nitrite, which gets eaten by yet another kind of bacteria, which poops out nitrate. All of these forms of nitrogen are available for plants, especially nitrate, which is the easiest for plants to use. Plants can take this up directly if it is near their roots, but they most often rely on strands of fungi that attach to their roots and bring nutrients to them in exchange for the sugars and carbohydrates the plant roots exude. Dead plant material is also rich in nitrogen and gets brought down with the help of worms, whose poop is a delicacy among nitrifying bacteria. Some of the ways nitrogen exits the soil is when the crop is harvested, when water carries it away, or when it becomes gaseous and returns to the atmosphere. Or if the soil lacks oxygen, different anaerobic bacteria grow, which convert nitrates back into atmospheric nitrogen. Notice that these things only happen with loose nitrogen in the soil, not with nitrogen inside organisms. Okay, so we know that the nitrogen cycle depends heavily on life in the soil. Without them, the plants would be quite sad. But you may have noticed, if the fixation process is done by bacteria, where do nitrogen-fixing plants fit into this? Believe it or not, nitrogen-fixing plants don't fix nitrogen. Rather, they create habitat for the bacteria that do. The roots of this clover plant have little nodules that house huge amounts of nitrogen-fixing bacteria. The ammonium that these bacteria create slowly releases into the soil for neighboring plants and microorganisms to use. When the plant dies, the bacteria disperse into the soil, resulting in an abundance of bacterial allies for future plants' nitrogen needs. You know how earlier I said that water can carry soil nitrogen away? This nitrogen ends up in rivers, which can disrupt the ecosystem by enabling algae to dominate. But remember, this only happens to loose nitrogen in the soil, and not to nitrogen embedded in organisms. And fertilizer adds pure nitrogen without the organisms. So when it rains, huge amounts of it run off and pollute the water. Loose nitrogen molecules are also much more prone to volatilization, releasing huge amounts of nitrous oxide, a potent greenhouse gas, into the atmosphere. But that's not all. Such quantities of pure nitrogen irritate earthworms, which end up dying or leaving. It disrupts the helpful fungus on plant roots and changes the soil pH, making it inhospitable to bacteria. In short, it kills the soil. When the nitrogen all gets used up or washes away, the organisms aren't there to help the plants get more. So now you have to add more fertilizer, which worsens the problem. And these organisms did much more than just supply nitrogen. The root fungi also brought up important minerals for the plants. And now that they're gone, mineral fertilizer must also be used. Instead of working with this self-sustaining web of organisms freely sharing nutrients, we have to spend more money to add loads of fertilizer to dead soil, poisoning the water and contributing to climate change. Considering the inability of dead soil to supply plants with nutrients, it's no wonder that throughout the last century, vegetables have been steadily declining in nutritional value. Healthy food requires healthy soil. So if the soil around you is rich and alive, try to keep it that way. But if, like most of us, the soil around you is dead or dying, nitrogen fixers can help to add a little more life so that someday our tiny allies under our feet will come back.
Crop Booster, powered by Kiminasi technology, can best be explained by comparing it to a now obsolete technology, the compact disc. A CD is plastic, and you can record any kind of data onto it. Writing data to the disc requires equipment and electricity, but a machine can read the data at any time, so it can be used to play music or movies, or install software to transfer files. The Kiminasi disc, KD, works almost the same way. Information is stored on a mini metal disc, but it's not read by a machine. Instead, it is read by the electromagnetic wave created by flowing water that passes through the metal pipe containing the Kiminasi disc, bringing that information, which we call signals, to the plants and soil being irrigated. Now, that may sound strange, but scientists around the world have found that water can actually store information from electromagnetic waves and pass it on. So what is this information that's being passed on? The Kiminasi disc contains more than 3,000 signals directly related to plant physiology, soil, and water. When the water is absorbed by the plants, the data immediately begins to assist the plant, like a personal trainer, to achieve maximum genetic potential. This is the beginning of the process of organically managed genetics, which we call OMG, the complete opposite of GMO, since it enhances the plant's natural genetic capabilities. Fulvio Balmelli, the inventor of the Kiminasi plants technology and the Kiminasi disc, was the winner of the ISDRA International Science, Technology and Research Awards 2024 Best Researcher Award in the field of non-chemical agricultural biotechnology and a Nobel Peace Prize nominee. The Kiminasi technology used in the Crop Booster Kiminasi disc has been recognized as an entirely new body of knowledge, and the results have been astounding. So what does use of the Crop Booster Kiminasi disc look like in practice? Firstly, a farmer will get a module that can attach to any type of irrigation system in the world. The Kiminasi disc is inserted into the module, the irrigation turned on, and the water flowing past the disc gets programmed. This programmed water reaches the field and gets absorbed by the plants. The first change is that the plant can absorb more sunlight. This increases photosynthesis, which is how plants use energy from the sun to create their own food. It's the key to everything, and here's how. Photosynthesis requires water. So one positive change is that, with the increased photosynthesis, the plant's water management abilities also improve, making it better able to balance its water intake and transpiration to maintain optimal growth and function. This also often reduces the amount of water needed by the plant, an important factor considering the impending water scarcity worldwide. Also, through the enhanced photosynthesis, the plant will produce more sugars and store that excess energy by expanding its root system. This excess sugar will be fed to the soil microbes, which play key roles in providing other nutrients to the soil. For instance, some will pull nitrogen from the atmosphere and convert it into plant-usable ammonium, nitrite, or nitrate, in a process known as nitrogen fixation, since it fixes the nitrogen into the soil. And as the plant grows stronger, it is more resistant to disease because it has more sugar to grow and defend itself. When a plant's BRIX level is 5 or below, it is susceptible to attack by many pests and diseases. In the 5 to 8 range, another category of pests and diseases may appear. But in the 8 to 12 range, they become far less susceptible to pests and diseases. And once the BRIX level reaches 12 or higher, all pest and disease problems disappear. Since crop booster plants tend to have increased levels of sugar, it makes sense why they consistently show less pest and disease pressure in our scientific studies. But another advantage of this increased photosynthesis is that it pulls more carbon dioxide out of the air and deposits it in the soil. This is called carbon sequestration. Then, through a chemical process, oxygen, literally the breath of life, is created and released into the atmosphere. Nitrogen fixation and carbon sequestering are two of the most important processes we need to restore soil, control climate change, and provide a healthy and livable atmosphere for humans. By sequestering more carbon into the soil, reducing greenhouse gas emissions through nitrogen fixation, and providing a system to eliminate synthetic and chemical fertilizers and pesticides, while replacing them with natural and organic fertilizers, pesticides, biostimulants, and compost. This new agricultural technology creates the most sustainable, scalable farming practice there is internationally. The crop booster, powered by Kiminasi technology, pays for itself, is easy to install, works on any crop, works with any type of irrigation, produces better quality crops, has been proven by unpaid independent scientists, is completely food safe, provides better shelf life, while saving water and increasing the value of your farm. Welcome to the future of agriculture, and join us as we create a healthier, more sustainable, and profitable future for everyone. Let's make the world healthier again.
All right, so basically, that's our introductory video. That explainer video has been shown to many governments, and right away, as soon as the governments and farmers, universities, they see this, they're very interested, and they want to have a meeting. They want to talk. So the first thing is, this video is what wakes everybody up and lets them know that we have the technology of the future. So that's the first thing that you need to understand. Next, I want to just give you some history about the company. So I'm going to bring up a PowerPoint. I'm not going to go through the PowerPoint in detail. The PowerPoint is almost 200 pages. So welcome to the future of sustainable farming, but really it's energetic farming. All right, in here we explain our mission. So now, the most important thing to understand is that this is the future. This technology is the future and foundation of not just sustainable farming, not just regenerative farming, energetic farming. Okay, we're not looking to just keep the world safe. We're not looking to keep the world regenerating. We're looking to get the world so energetic and so healthy that we don't have any more problems with pests and diseases, okay? And everybody can be healthy. So it's really important that this is understood. And, you know, there's our mission. When we prepared this PDF over a year ago, we had 609 installations around the world, over 17,000 acres using our technology. and we were working with 52 countries, in 52 countries. Now we're in 69. Okay? We had 219 scientific trials in negotiation. We have 417 today. Okay? We had 30 scientific trials in progress. We have 45 today. We had completed 28 scientific trials. We have completed 91 trials as of today. We are moving very fast, very fast. Okay? Our sales have now, superseded 2 million. Our average increase is 47%. We don't tell the public this. We tell everyone 20 to 30%. We speak very conservatively. We want them to see the benefits themselves. 0 product refunds. Nobody has ever asked for their money back. Okay? We have been invited by 3 governments to meet with their vice presidents or with their minister of agriculture, and we have attended one of these meetings. I met with the vice president of the country of Gambia. I met with all their cabinet, their agricultural cabinet. I met with their minister of agriculture, minister of water, minister of land. The other governments, I did not visit them yet because they have restrictions on vaccines, and I personally don't believe in being vaccinated. So I will not visit their country until they give me an exemption. And that's my personal and religious belief. So we've been working at this for over 10 years in this phase, but it's been going on. The technology was in development for over 30 years. 20 most common challenges of farmers. Everybody knows all the problems of farmers. We're not going to get into that. The pollution of water, we know that problem. We're killing our soil, we know that problem. We already explained our solution in the video. I don't have to get into that. This is our technology. It's a disc. It is a small disc that has over 3,000 programs directly related to plants on it. And we are training the plant. We are training the plant to become an Olympic plant. That's what's happening. Get this concept in your mind. We give the plant the information so that it can constantly be training and reach its genetic optimum ability, just like an Olympic training for the Olympics. That's what we're doing. We're giving it the information it needs so that it can consistently train and get stronger and stronger and stronger, naturally, completely natural. Now, the technology, a year and a half ago, had 44 documented benefits. Today, it has 48 documented benefits. I suspect by next year, we'll be up to 52 documented benefits, because every year we find more and more benefits from scientists like yourselves, working with farmers, working with governments, working with universities, that they document and they report back to us. And when we see this consistently, it becomes a documented benefit. These are all the benefits. We won't get into all that detail. Anyone who wants any of this material, it will be sent to you. All you have to do is email us. The goal is to make the farmers more profitable and clean up the planet. Now we explain how we do that, but the explainer video explained all of this already. And then we get into our technology is probably the only technology in the world that aligns with all 17 of the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations. And we explain it here, the direct benefit and the indirect benefit. Okay, and there they are. And then we get into each of these benefits, and we show you all the case studies. These are not all of our case studies. We have plenty more, and we have plenty more science studies. We have benefited over 98 crops all over the world consistently. This is the profitability optimization protocol for sustainability. We developed our own trialing system. I explained this earlier. You will also receive that, and I will show it to you in this webinar. These are results that we've gotten all over the world. How we save water, improve bricks level, all over the world. In every continent, there hasn't been any type of soil, any type of water, sunlight that we failed. And we go on and on and on, and I could keep going, but you get the picture. These are science trials, and government trials all over the world. All right, so you have that understanding. Now, I want to share with you. So please keep writing down your questions because I want to answer them shortly. Now I want to share with you our science trialing system. Okay? I think this is very important. Here we go. So this is the future of farming, and this is the future of farming trialing system also. It's the profitability optimization protocol for sustainability. Using this system is how you show the farmers how to go from chemical farming of the past that nobody wants to do anymore because it's horrible, to the energetic farming of the future. And this is the system that gets them there. And it'll go from chemical farming, we transition them into sustainable farming first, using our technology, then to regenerative farming, using our technology. And then when they're fully using our technology, they're in energetic farming. And now they are making more money than they've ever made before. So we explain the system here. I give you my quote, right? Here's my quote that you can share with everyone. Observation is your greatest tool. What you see is the truth, not what people tell you, what you see. So everything I'm showing you today, I do not want you to believe any of this. I want you to get involved with our company and see the technology for yourself, because you need to observe it with your own eyes. Observation is your greatest tool. Perception is your validation. What you perceive when you see it and you perceive this technology is the future, that is your validation for yourself. Investigation is your confirmation. You do one of our trials with a farmer or with a university or with a government agency. Now you get to confirm how well this technology works. And you get certified at the same time by using our technology and following our protocol. In this book, we will certify you as an international Kiminasi crop booster technician using 4-harvest harmonics. And then you can work with us anywhere in the world. Truth is your goal and freedom. So remember that. Observation is your greatest tool. Perception is your validation. Investigation is your confirmation. Truth is your goal and freedom. And this is my quote. All right. Let's continue. This is my dedication. My dedication goes to all the scientists in the world before us, because without all their work, the inventor Fulvio Palmelli would never have been able to develop this technology. This is our chapter. Then we go into how the technology works. We get into the design, and we teach people how to design the technology, the trial setup. It's very easy. And this is really what it looks like in the end. There's 4 sections. There's the testing side on the left, the control on the right. This section here is the conventional standard for the local practices. Whatever they're doing in your area of the world, in your local area, that's what goes here. Then we run comparative tests on the left to outperform this side. And those tests that we run on this side are the multilateral tests that will document how much of a change we need to make on the existing system. Once we discover the solution on the left side in one of these boxes, okay, then we take that system and we replace it here in the next season. And that's how we transition from chemical farming to sustainable. And we keep doing this. Then we get them to regenerative. We keep following this trialing system. And then before you know it, they're energetic farmers. No more chemicals. And they're producing like mad. And they're making a lot of money. And the more money the farmer makes, the more money you make. And the more money our company makes, because we're providing the technology and the solution and the consulting. So up here on the top is called the naked test, or some scientists would call this the kill test. Here we put our technology on the left, and on the right is just the water, the control side. We take away all fertilizer, all pesticides, all support from the plants. We use a small section, and the plants have zero support. And we want to show you that those plants without Kiminasi will die. But with the Kiminasi, they will still live, and they will probably still produce. We don't recommend that people farm this way, but we want to show you the power of the Kiminasi crop booster. Okay, the rest of this is all about trials and different designs, but the same system and different trials that we did with different universities and governments around the world, which you will receive this so you can read it yourself. Excellent. Now, I want to present to you the offer. What are we looking for? Number one, we want you to become a certified Harvest Harmonics representative, technician, dealer. Okay? The difference between a representative and a technician and a dealer is very simple. A representative, you will become a technician, and you will basically be selling our technology, using our system, and making a very good living. More money than you've ever made ever in your lifetime. That I can almost guarantee. Okay? So you would be a representative and a technician. You could then build up your book of business in an area where you can become a dealer. And a dealer is someone that becomes permanent. Like they pick an area and they can then become exclusive for that area. So that will take some time because you have to prove yourself first. But that's really the difference. If you just wanted to become a technician, then that means that you would work with us on the science side only, and on installing and helping us to support the representatives. You would make a lot less money, okay? But you wouldn't have to be out there selling, Okay, so if you're not comfortable selling, then we can train you to sell because it's very easy. Selling is only about communicating the truth. It's only about showing them the technology and how it works using the POPs program that I just showed you before and getting them to see that the technology works. And then it really sells itself. But if you don't want to do this, then you can just become a technician. Unfortunately, as a technician, you will not make a very good living. You'll make some money just like any other job. But I'm being very honest with you. Technicians alone, without becoming a representative, they don't make a lot of money. And I want everybody that works for our company to become very wealthy, okay? Because you are helping to save this planet. If you are helping to save this planet and helping farmers and helping people become healthier by getting healthier food, then you should be very, very, very rewarded. Okay, which is the opposite of the people that are selling the chemicals. The people that are selling the chemicals, they should continue to make very little money because they're doing something that is, in my opinion, horrible. Okay? Anyway, let's continue. The goal is to drive the future of energetic agriculture and earn long-term regenerative income. All right? Before we continue, there are terms that you must learn. All right? I'm going to read these. Chemical farming, often referred to as conventional farming or industrial agriculture, is an agricultural practice that relies heavily on the use of synthetic, man-made chemical inputs to maximize crop yields and manage pests. That's what we've been doing for 120 years, and this is going to come to an end over the next 10 years. Okay? Now, energetic farming. This is what we do. In the context of ecological sustainability, refers to agricultural practices that focus on maximizing the capture and storage of solar energy within the farm's ecosystem. Specifically, it describes methods such as no-till farming and cover cropping that enhance soil health. By nurturing the soil, these practices boost the plant's ability to efficiently convert sunlight into organic matter, thereby increasing the amount of stable carbon stored energy held in the soil. The farm is viewed as an energy system aiming for a high net energy gain from the sun. The only way you can do this is with our technology. There is no other technology in the world that can create an energetic farming system. Okay? Now let's talk about sustainable farming. Sustainable farming is defined as, or sustainable agriculture, is an integrated system of plant and animal production practices that, over the long term, aims to meet the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. So, sustainable farming is really just a matter of preserving. We're not looking to preserve. We're looking to transition from chemical to sustainable, preserving using our energetic farming technique, and then get to the regenerative farming, which is the next definition. Regenerative farming or regenerative agriculture is a holistic system of farming principles and practices that actively works to enhance and restore the entire ecosystem of the farm, with a primary focus on soil health. Unlike sustainable farming, which aims to maintain the current level of resources, regenerative farming aims to reverse environmental degradation and leave the land in better condition than it was before. So our system of energetic farming incorporates this. Again, you go from chemical farming, transitioning to energetic farming, and you pass through sustainable farming, and then regenerative farming to get to energetic farming. And the way you do that is with the POPs program, which I just showed you. The POPs program, Profitability Optimization Protocols for Sustainability, an exact program to successfully transition from chemical farming to energetic farming and be more profitable during the transition. This is very important. And this is what every representative technician of our company is going to be trained on how to do. Now, our mission, building the future of energetic agriculture, which I just gave you the definition. So what we're looking for is to partner with the leading ag tech organization, right? Join a leading agriculture. We want you to join our leading agricultural technology sales and consulting organization at the forefront of innovation in energetic farming. That's number one. The other thing that we're looking for is that you have the same mindset as we do. We want to transition from chemical farming to energetic farming. From the last 120 years of chemical farming to the next 300 years of energetic farming. And this is something that you understand. You are building a business within our business. So when you go from a representative and a technician, you learn the future of farming. Now you can also become a dealer. And once you become a dealer, you're basically set for life. Your whole family is set for life. Your future generations are set for life. Because everyone can then, you can pass that business on to your children and your grandchildren. And it will continue for them. You just have to follow our system and take responsibility for your area. Now, the next thing that you're going to have, and this is the most important part for me, is you will have access to exclusive technology. Nobody in the world has this technology. We are the only ones in the world that can produce this technology. The technology cannot be copied. It cannot be reverse engineered. Okay? I give it to governments for free. Okay? They will not figure it out. The equipment to make this technology is only in our laboratories in Italy. Nobody else has this equipment. Okay? So we're not worried about anyone trying to figure out how we did this. We just want to help the world become healthier and help farmers make more money quickly. Okay? So in this, really important that as we start expanding, we're going to also start tackling specific diseases. So if you find out about a disease in your area that is destroying the crops and they want a solution, we can work with the government of that area to get a grant funding from them so that we can develop a technology using the Kiminasi technology to solve those problems. And then at that point, every farmer in the area will want to buy the technology from you because we're solving their problems. And that's what we're pushing for in the future. We already started on these projects. All right. So your impact, key representative responsibilities. As a Harvest Harmonics representative, you will play a pivotal role in transforming agriculture by directly impacting farmer success and expanding the reach towards energetic farming. How are you going to do that? Well, connect and expand. Build connections, drive sales, right? Then you're going to maintain and service them. And we're going to train you on how to do that with the POPs program. And then you're going to provide that service. Okay? The more money the farmer makes, the more money you're going to make, the more money everybody makes. Okay? But everybody's going to be happy because everybody wins. All right? We succeed when the farmer succeeds. Your dedication to your farmer's success is matched by our commitment to your success. My job and my team's job in the United States and around the world is to support our representatives and get them to transform their farmers from chemical farming all the way to energetic farming. All right. Exceptional compensation structure. We're talking about a multifaceted compensation model designed to reward your dedication and drive long-term income. Initial sales commissions earn a substantial 10% commission on all generated sales, excluding taxes and shipping costs. Then you get a bonus commission. Your bonus commission is 5% on the original sale amount when the customer places a successful reorder. After you've completed the POPs program with them and got them successful and showed them that they can make more money. Okay, then we give you an extra 5%. So in total, you get 15% for your sale. And then it's long-term residual income. You get paid this money for 10 years on every customer that you bring in. Okay? Because the technology has to be repurchased every 2 years. The technology will last for 2 years. I'm sure some of you have already written this down as a question. So there's your answer. Every 2 years, they have to repurchase the technology. And it's not expensive because we price it specifically for that country. Now, this is what your income would look like. With a single sale, you start, and then gradually you grow, and your income is constantly growing. If you're constantly selling because you're getting more and more farmers, and plus you're getting the residual every 2 years. So your income every year is going to keep going up until you've reached every single farmer in your area. And as you're proving this, that's how you have the opportunity to transition from a representative to a farmer, okay? And own your area. All right, you start off. Here's a clear path to success. Harvest Harmonics provides a supportive framework designed to ensure your success as a representative. Non-exclusive right to sell, that's the way you start. But a potential to earn exclusive rights, that's your dealership. You'll be granted a non-exclusive right to sell the crop booster products within your designated territory. Okay? Operating framework. You'll need to understand and adhere to the representative operating framework, ensuring consistent sales practices. We will train you with all of that. Transparency commitment. You have full access to everything, and we have full access also. We are completely transparent with each other. Access to books, records, and accounts, ensuring all transactions are accurately reflected and transparent. Commissions are paid immediately. Within 1 to 2 weeks, you are paid. Okay? Ethical standards. We only want to work with people that are ethical, hardworking, ethical people. That's all we want to work with. Okay? We have an ethical code that we want to follow, and we monitor all of this by statistics. Okay? And by the feedback of your success. And that's it. And we have a goal, and we focus on getting that goal attained. Reached. Your success is our success. We will provide the framework and farming technology to bring the passion and the customers. Together, we'll transform agriculture to an energetic future. Let's get started. I want you to email Isa at harvestharmonics.com, or there's a hiring application on our website where you can submit your information. If you've already done that, thank you very much. Okay? And then you would send us your resume and your area. This is what you want to send us. You want to send us your resume. Okay? You want to send us the area that you want to focus on. Okay? You want to send us a clear statement explaining why you feel that you are the right person for this job in your area. Okay? And that's basically all we're looking for right now. And I'm going to stop sharing. And now I need to figure out how to unmute everyone. Please raise your hand if you want to ask a question. All right, but I'm only going to, maybe what I'll do is I'll unmute each and every one of you as you raise your hand so we don't have a confusion. The first thing I want to do is I'm going to unmute Dr. Banik, who joined our company this year. He is the CEO and director of Indonesia. He is responsible for the whole continent of Indonesia, and his main focus right now has been India, and he's been doing a great job. And I want Dr. Banik just to tell you about all the wonderful work that we've been doing in India. Dr. Banik, please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Frank. And happy Diwali to all who are from India. Right. Yesterday it was Diwali. So I feel, yeah, that would be good to introduce. Thanks. Right now, I'm the director and scientific trials for Indo-Asia, as well as the general coordinator for Harvest Harmonics India and Asia. So I represent Harvest Harmonics among all the universities and ICAR institutes as well as other countries. So I have joined them in June, but I'm actually working with them last 2 years, not 2 years, more than that. So yeah, I was independently working with them because I believed the product. I knew because this is going to be the approach which needs to be done in the sustainable approach in all over the world. We need to change our mind with the fertilizer thing. So if you are from Asia, you know it better. And if you are from India, then you know it much better that what is the problem of fertilizer. Because if you are from India, you need to fight for urea even. And our product, it is the ultimate solution. So you can come, and as per I can see, I have seen one of my student, maybe Soibal Sen is from Lovely Professional University, I feel. I have seen him in my field. So I was working with Lovely Professional University for last 3 years as a field officer, and as well as I was doing my PhD over there, and I was working with Japan. So yeah, right now I'm going to be a scientist in Japan maybe, and also I'll be working with the Harvest Harmonics. I'm not going to leave them because this is the future. So yeah, this is the thing that I want to discuss, that you guys may be seeing it's a sales executive post and the thing. But the point is that if you are the first person to do it, so you will be the first person to do it, right? So you can just understand the beginning of it. It is a new product. You can be the maestro of it, and you can be the leader of it in your area. Nobody is having it as a distributorship still now. We have distributors in India. We have manufacturing unit in India, but we are pivoting the roles right now as a representative in different areas, because we have found out if we have representative in every state and every district and every area, that can make money as well as we can reach more farmers. Because a person from a different country or different state can't penetrate another country that much. So we are following for that part, and we have discussed a lot, me, Frank, and others team members, and we have changed to pivot the approach to higher reps in different areas. So if you'll see in Asia and India right now, we have penetrated India because we have been doing the trials for last 2 years in India. In Lovely Professional University, we have done the trial for 2 years, and it's an ICAR accredited university. Other than that, we have done it in Jammu as a commercial trial in apples. Then we have done it in Odisha with around 7-8 crops, bottle gourds, cucumbers, then dragon fruit, and other crops, even rice, maize, everything. Other than that, we have also done it in Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Haryana, and right now we are talking in, we have done the MOU, actually, not talking, and we have done the meetings around 20 universities. Out of them, most of them are ICAR accredited universities and ICAR organizations. If you are from India, so you know about KVKs, right? Krishi Vigyan Kendra, they are also doing the trial for us. So it's already a proven technology. We are doing it for last 5 years in 1,000 trials, and we have done more than 347 trials as of now, 68 around countries, and we got 94 crops that has been checked. So we don't need to have more and more and more results, but every country is having their own protocols and clause. That's we just omitting right now in India. If you are telling that why we are doing still the MOUs and more trials, it is just to omitting the questions that we are not certified with different
Right.
states
We're
because
solving their problems.
solving their problems. We are
We're
going to
solving their
different
problems.
states.
That's all we're doing now.
Yeah, we are just asking them, what is your problem? You use our product and let us know. These are all
Exactly.
independent trials. These are not trials we don't pay anybody. That's our main protocol. We don't pay anybody to do the trials. If somebody asks us the funding for trials, we don't do MOUs because it's our policy that we don't fund because you need to be independent. We are solving a problem. We are giving our
Exactly.
$1,000 technology to you free of cost, and we are doing it for 5 years. So that means we are for solving, we are not for selling or something, but as well, we want to make people wealthy because we are a company, we need to sell our product. So that's why you guys are here. Other than that, other than India, if I'm talking right now, if you guys know about Bhutan, Bhutan is one of the country which is only in the world which is discussed everywhere because they have announced them as an organic country. So they don't use any fertilizer for last 2 years. So they had a issue that when they started organic farming, around 30% decline in the yield. So they reached us that if our product can increase their yield without using any fertilizer. So in Bhutan, we are not using any fertilizer. They are doing naked trials with our product, and they have tried it with their scientists who are government scientists, senior scientists, and their agriculture minister has initiated this program with 10 districts, and they are growing rice, maize, kumquat, then I think tomato, citrus. They are trying all over. And as per the current data, all the trials has been positive, more than 30 to 40% increase in the bricks level as well as in the yield. So you can see if Bhutan is our client within 6 months or 7 months, then we might don't need to even ask for any certification for any country because the only country in the world which is organic, if they're adapting it, nobody is having any question, right? Other than that, we are in Bangladesh as well. We have already have the meetings and we have the distributor over there. So we have made all the possibilities for you guys. You have a reach of around 68 country trials. You have the case studies. You have already well made presentations, video, explainer video, everything, right? And I think Dharti has said, yeah, carbon negative, right? That's what I'm saying. They are
Yep.
carbon enriched country fully. So if we'll see, they are using properly the production. They're carbon negative, and one of our main benefit through our product is to enrich the carbon enrichment, right? So these are
Exactly.
the things that we have done for last few years here. So you have all the data, you have all the access to. We are transparent to everything, right?
And you can have anything else that you want. Thank you, Dr.
Yeah.
Banik. You can
So
have any more data, any other data that
more
you
data,
request.
and I'm there. I'm there to assist you guys whenever you will be needing for that. And other than that, our team is there. We are expanding. We are expanding well enough because the government of Maharashtra, government of Andhra Pradesh, they are interested in us. We had the meeting, I had the meeting with some of the big clients in Andhra Pradesh yesterday. And other than that, we are already doing MOU with government of Maharashtra as well for the distributorship and other parts. So we are reaching to different states. So yeah, so
Thank
that's
you.
the overview that we have done for last few years here in Asia and other countries. So me and Frank, we are both open for any kind of confusions and questions you have. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Dr. Banik. Thank you. So the only thing I want to clarify is that the technology is not new. Okay, it is new to the farmer, but we have been around for 5 years now, and we've been selling around the world. So let's start taking questions. Sabal, you have your hand up. Can go ahead, please.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Sir, as we all know, India is full of small scale holding farmers. Like they have small scale of land.
Yep.
So, what is the pricing of this thing? Like, if it is higher in price, so they might not afford the thing.
Understood. So we're looking at the pricing in India, and in India, most farmers would use a system like this, okay? Because they're small scale farmers, they would use something like this or something like this, depending on how much water flow they have. And this has a compartment. This is patented pipe. It's a very special pipe, and it transmits the data and gives them an extra 30% boost. And they would put the disc inside here, and the water would transfer and would help them. Now, the pricing in India, we're testing it, but it's going to be somewhere between $350 to $450 is what we suspect. Thank you. Saibal, any other questions?
Yes, sir. Sir, there is a company called Philo in India. So they are promising the same thing, like 30 to 40% crop yield boost. And they are using devices like tensiometer, soil temperature meter, and weather data. And the product price of them also varies from 5,000 to 20,000, 30,000.
Okay,
So,
so what's the question?
so what should be our perspective to make the farmers understand about, because it is a much more higher product price, na? And the price of the product is a bit higher than these companies, and the product is also complicated because they make the farmers understand about this product, that did this product measures the temperature, and this product measures the soil quality and the moisture content, and this is how you get your yield better. But our product is a bit complicated, so and its price is also a bit higher, so maybe there is a we can face some problems.
I understood the question. That's why I
Okay,
know
go ahead.
it. Yeah,
What's the
because he's
question?
asking for one of the product company in India, that is Philo. They have a transmitter that put in the soil, right? So it provides data like soil data, weather data, as well as the plant canopy data to the mobile device, and they also claim like they can increase 20% of yield and water reduction. So he's
Understood.
asking, their price is very less. So how can we compete with them?
Hold
See,
on a
sir,
second.
our
I
product
got
is
the,
very
thank you.
different.
Thank you, Dr. Banik. Let me answer the question now. You're talking about two different technologies. One is to read data, like read a book, right? You're reading the data that's in the soil so you can make better decisions, right? That is good. That technology is good because you need to have information. But nobody in the world has our technology. Our technology improves the whole environment through the plant. So I highly recommend that you watch the explainer video again on your own. We'll send it to you and get the concept that nobody in the world has our technology. So our technology is actually priceless. Nobody can do what we can do. Okay? This is not reading data. This is making the plant stronger and healthier into the future. So it's a completely different technology, nothing to compare. And whatever they charge for their technology, I'm sure is a good price. And what we're charging for our technology is a good price. But if we have to adjust it for any country, we will adjust it. Our goal is to help the farmer. That is the most important thing to do. Make the farmer more profitable. So in some countries, we have to lower our price. We will do this. Not a problem. Now,
And Frank,
I'll
even their
show.
product is higher in price. Their only sensor price is 10, 11,000, but the weather data product thing, that is 70 to 80,000 per product. So it is higher than our product.
Yeah, but it's good. Some of that technology is good. I don't want to say getting weather data and getting all that data is good information if you're going to use it. For the small farmer, I don't know how important it is. But for a small farmer, just one thing like this, and we can increase their income a lot. Al-Shay, can I answer your
Yes,
question?
thank you, Frank. That was really good presentation, and I am very happy to know about this technology. And thank you, Dr. Banik, that you have also enlightened us the what are the development has been take place in India. That is very interesting. But as I am also a soil scientist, so I have two, three some basic questions like this Luminosity technology. What underlying soil science mechanism it use means not a particular mechanism. Which property, which parameter, particularly this product target, like microbial property or soil structure, water holding capacity, any nutrient bioavailability, at where it actually target and what the data suggests when we do any trial we get the data.
Good.
So yes, this one
Let me
thing
answer
and
that question.
align. Yes, and
Let me answer that question first.
Okay, yes, sure.
Let me answer one question at a time, just so it's clear. The programs, there's over 3,000 programs on the disk. Okay? Let me show you the disk. I mean, you've seen it in the video, but there's over 3,000 programs on this disk, right? This is the disk. You see how small it is? All right? This disk
Yes,
is the replica, same concept as the CD, but it's just smaller and it's metal, and it's programmed with data. The programs that are on here focus on photosynthesis. They focus on enhancing photosynthesis so the plant can take more sunlight, okay? Produce more sugar, get more energy, exchange the sugar with the microbes in the soil, and so it boosts the whole ecosystem, okay? And then by doing that, it wakes up the microbes. So it really helps all the systems, but we help the plant to get more energy. Then the plant can now manage its transpiration better. We also have programs so the plant can manage its transpiration better and save water. So there's a lot of benefits in transpiration, but the main focus is photosynthesis, transpiration, okay, and sugar management. The sugar that the plant has, because the more sugar the plant has, the more it can defend itself against pests, and the more it can feed the microbes to enhance the soil. So that's the answer to your first question. What's your second question?
yes. And also, as now you have told that the main water is the main carrier of this technology. So
Yes.
currently, I am in Central Asian country like Uzbekistan. There I am working. Here the soils that water quality is very saline. So how it like soil type has also different. Like water quality is also different for each country. So how you have found a result? So means is there any deviations if there is difference in water quality?
Okay, good. So we have no problem with water quality. We have no problem with salinity. Okay. We have no problem even with toxic water, because we've done trials in South America in areas where the water is not very good, very bad water, like toxic, right? Because of all the chemicals that the farmers use in the area that go into the water reservoir. So the rivers there are not good. They're toxic from all the chemicals, but they pump from the river. We use this water and we still have no problem, okay, with our technology. You said you're in Uzbekistan?
Yes,
We
yes.
have
I mean,
trial in
Uzbekistan.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're working with the government of Uzbekistan right now. We have 13
Okay.
trials going on in Uzbekistan with our team representatives over there, and we're going to solve their water problem, because they have a big water problem, very big
Yes.
problem. So if you're interested in Uzbekistan,
We
we'll
might connect.
we'll connect you with our representatives there. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Anyone else have any
Okay.
questions?
Thank you.
Mohammed, you have a question. Oh, hold on a
Hello.
second. Mohammed, let's answer your question, and then we're going to answer the question of Dorothy Dorothea. Okay, so you go first, Mohammed.
Okay, thank you. First question, Mr. Frank, does it conflict with the chemical fertilizer?
If you put the chemical fertilizer in the irrigation system, like liquid fertilizer, okay, in the fertigation, when you fertigate, right?
Yes.
Then it could be very strong and it could kill our technology, because it's better if you use our technology and you to switch to organic fertilizer, or and use less, and then you'll get better results.
We can make second pipe for fertilizer, pipe for the Keminazi.
As long as it doesn't go in the same water.
Yes.
Or you could put the fertilizer manually, separately.
Yes, it's possible.
But also, hold on, so I'll answer your question. Most fertigation systems, you don't have to put a second pipe. What they do is, when you irrigate, right? Most of the time they don't put fertilizer with every irrigation.
We can put the fertilizer after the Keminazi.
Exactly. You put the Keminazi first.
Yes.
Then you could put the chemical later. But it's better not to use chemical. It's better to use natural. Doesn't have to be organic, but natural fertilizer.
Large scales, Mr. Frank, large scale agriculture. Potassium deficiency, it's still potassium deficiency. The soil lack of potassium on potatoes, you need to put potassium directly.
100%.
You know what I mean?
I understand with large scale, but using our system, you will save on fertilizer, and we'll show you how to transition.
You can put chicken manure before the agriculture. I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Does it stimulate cell growth and multiplication directly?
Does it stimulate cellular growth?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Mr. Frank, I will tell you an information. In our region, when we have rain with thunder, the farmers be happy and optimize because it will be high yield this year. The thunder and the rain, maybe it's the same idea of your product.
Say that again. What is the thunder? Oh, thunder.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay. Well, you know what? The reason why is because with thunder, the nitrogen and nitrogen and other minerals are enhanced. Okay, so it's not the same concept, but it can have the same effect.
Yes, maybe it have an electromagnetic.
Yes,
field.
our technology is definitely electromagnetic, but it's a natural electromagnetic system. Natural, okay.
Lower frequencies.
Exactly. Very low. It's a very low frequency. So, do you have another question?
Does it affect on soil-borne diseases?
Yes. What happens is it will reduce soil-borne diseases because we make the soil healthier in cooperation with the microbes.
Yes. When we will sell the product in our region, to be frankly with you, Frank, we can't tell the farmers don't use chemical fertilizers.
No, we're not telling them don't use chemicals. We're telling them to follow this system and start reducing the chemicals, and then start using different products that are more natural, and then they will see the difference, and then they will see that they can make more money using our system with less chemicals. We transition. We don't tell them to stop. We transition.
Yes. When the farmers see the difference between control and you know what I mean.
Right.
They
the test.
buy instantly.
Of course. And that's what we have to show them. We have to show them with their own eyes.
So we have to make projects in Jordan, project in Palestine, project in Syria, in all region in Syria and all region in Jordan. Every farmer should see the difference. When this, I am ready to start this project with you, Mr. Frank, in the first day.
Good.
Okay.
We're ready to start. Issa will get all your information and we'll get started. Thank you very much, Mohammed.
You're welcome.
Excellent. Darthia.
Hello, Frank and everyone. So hope everyone is doing good. Great.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you so much. And by the way, happy Diwali to everyone in India.
Thank you very much. So I have some questions. So first thing is, see, India is actually Indian farmers are basically it can be anything like organic or chemical or integrated, but majority of the Indian farmers are substance. They are doing a subsistence farming, which means they are doing this farming to run their livelihoods. They are earning to run their livelihoods. They are making money for their livelihood. So that is the subsistence farming. They can be either doing in an organic way or integrated or chemical. So this is one thing. And more than 60% of Indian farmlands are under rainfed. So here the challenging part is, so I understand this Kinasi technology is this crop booster is particularly it is fitted over the some irrigation pumps. I understand that, but how we are going to fit this technology for the irrigated lands, irrigated farmlands?
How do we install this technology into irrigated land?
Yes, how? Yes, not irrigated lands, rain-fed areas. So mostly rain-fed areas, so they are dependent on only on the rains or monsoons.
Right. Okay. So you're saying if they don't have an irrigation system, how can they use the technology?
Yes.
Okay, good. So if they don't have an irrigation system, or any way of irrigating, then they cannot use this current version of the technology. But we are working on a version that may be ready in a year or two. That will work with the rain, but it's not ready yet. That technology is in the future. Right now, only irrigating farmers can use this technology.
Good, good.
Frank,
and second question is,
okay, hold on, Dr. Banik.
Yeah, with the rainfall even in India, like farmers, make their canals to give the water to the, farm.
Right, they channel the water.
We can still use, we have the product for using in the canal. So
right,
we might use partially, not fully controllable, but we can use.
As Dr. Banik said, if with the rain, they channel the water through canals, then we can put this type of system in a canal, right? To dam the canal and then force the water through the pipe. And on the pipe, we would have the technology attached. Okay, and then this way, the farmer can still get the benefit through the rain if he has a canal system for the rain. Thank you very much, Dr. Mani.
Frank, I have another question as well.
Please.
So actually, what is the how this product is increasing the yield? Is it increasing via just improving the photo system pattern? It means this Kelvin cycle and dark cycle, or it is targeting on improving the crop nutrient uptake. So how this is actually making it functioning?
I'm going to give you a little general explanation. Right? We are turning these plants into Olympic plants. We're making the plants stronger, healthier, faster. Okay? So the stronger, the healthier, and the faster that they are, the more they will produce. It's like me competing to run against an Olympic runner. Okay, I'm not training, I'm not training to be an Olympic runner, but if I was competing with an Olympic runner, he's going to beat me very badly because he's been training all his life, right? It's the same concept. We both have the same body. We have the same genetics, but he trained and I didn't, right? He's in the Olympics and I'm sitting in an office working, right? So it's two different, our bodies are trained differently. Well, the plants are the same thing. Two plants have the same exact genetics, except one receives our training and becomes super strong, like super strong, and can resist diseases, can produce more sugar, can outperform the plant that is not trained. And that's what our technology does. It trains the plant to become a super plant, an Olympic plant. Make
Okay,
sense?
great.
Yeah, it's a very futuristic concept. And I'm not just talking. I have hundreds of case studies, scientific and farmer studies to prove it all, right? Like this is what we're doing. This is not conversation. We're already doing this all over the world, but I'm giving you the simple explanation, which is quite incredible. I understand, but we are the future. This company and this technology is the future of agriculture. Every country in the world will be using this technology in the next 10 years. So you all have an opportunity to be part of the future and be the foundational part of the future, which means the first people in that set the foundation are always the ones that make the most money. You understand that. I don't have to explain it. All right. Anybody else? Any more questions? Mohammed, go ahead.
You know, Frank, why I like the idea more than other chemicals, and the profit for the farmer come with the highest potential of his yield. In cucumber, any farmer make 3 ton, 2 ton per dönum. Okay, when he reach the 4 ton and the 5 ton, he will get his profit. 3 ton and a half, zero loss, zero profit.
Very correct.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Every smart farmer looking for any stimulant product, any booster product, Alga 600, algae,
I'm telling you, Mohammed,
When
this
you
is
will
the
try it,
system.
you will get results.
This is the system. With this system, his profit will go through the roof. He just has to follow this system. It's not complicated. It's easy to design.
Every farmer nowadays using fertilizers, not from lack of nutrients and minerals. He uses fertilizers to reach the full potential.
Right. Very correct.
But they're not going to get the full potential because they don't have the technology to get the plant to absorb the fertilizer. Like
Frank, I am a farmer also. I have a greenhouse farm.
Nice.
In some points, you look at the plant, you see why doesn't work anymore? No pathogens, every minerals is okay in the soil, everything good. It's need one boost.
Yes.
So I was looking for this for the past 2 years, 3 years, and I found it, and I found you on LinkedIn. The first trial will be in my farm, then we expand to the neighbors and
absolutely.
Great, absolutely. This is the correct approach.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mohammed. Now, I have some questions. Dr. Banik, hold on. I have some questions here in the chat. I want to make sure I address them. So it says, hi, I am Manur Fatima. Hi, Manur. As you said, this technology is of the future, but for every technology, there must be some drawbacks. Either way, maybe on a very small level. Yes, I agree with you. Just to answer that first part. That's why I created the 1,000 scientific trial challenge, where I'm challenging scientists, universities, and governments all over the world to find something wrong with this technology. And so far, nobody has found anything wrong with it, but we are looking to make it better. You cannot make the technology better if you don't find something wrong with it. But so far, they have not found anything wrong with it. Either may be on a very small level. First thing from my side is that you said that this technology and company belongs to Indonesia, but the working principles mostly be done according to farming principles related to Europe. No. I didn't say anything about Indonesia that I remember saying, right? We have representatives, and we have I think we have farmers in Indonesia that are using our technology. The technology was developed by Fulvio Balmelli in Italy, and the technology is being used in 69 countries right now. That's where it stands. How this technology be acceptable in such short interval, because maybe another such technology emerged more convenient. Some more questions I will ask at the end. I don't know what that means. I don't understand what you mean by the technology be acceptable. This technology is already being accepted. All we're doing is showing the explainer video, and the people watch the explainer video, and then they're interested in the technology. Then they want to do a trial. They do the trial, and then it's accepted because they see that they're getting the same results that we're getting all over the world. If you have more questions, please bring them in. Bhutan is carbon negative country in the world. Yes, this is true. Have you done any trial or representatives in Pakistan? Yes, we've done many trials in Pakistan with great results. Actually, look at Isa, move your head. Move your head. Yeah, that's Pakistan.
Pakistan results. Yes.
Those are the Pakistan results right there. That's wheat in Pakistan. Move your head.
It's
Move your head so
2020.
they can see the results. That's the difference in Pakistan.
Yeah, that is the control and our product, Kiminasi.
Yeah, exactly. Look how much greener our product is. More and greener. Okay? We wind up getting very good results in Pakistan.
Still we are working.
Thank you, Isa. And we continue working in Pakistan. Let's see. So basically, yes, we are working. Oh, thank you, Dr. Bani, for answering that question. This seminar basically enhanced our understanding about the company and the idea if someone is interested in becoming as part of the team. What will be the route? Okay, we have an exact training system for you. We will get you trained up and onboarded. And Isa will be your director of training to make sure that you get trained up and onboarded. All right, so just send an email to isa@harvestharmonics.com. And then, thanks. Okay, good. Well, I think we're getting close to the end. Does anyone else have any questions that I can answer?
Actually, I would like to see some case studies regarding it. So if you please send, that would be great. Yes.
Absolutely. Anyone that watches this seminar, or anyone that watches the replay of this seminar in the future, all you have to do is go to our website. Okay, fill out, there's an application called We Are Hiring, right? And you can go there, fill in your information, okay, and ask for whatever you want. Anything that we've presented here, you want it, we will send it to you. No problem. You can have all our case studies. Everything's on our website anyway, but you can have anything that you want. We're very, very transparent.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Akshay sir, I think you are already connected to me in LinkedIn even. So yeah, you can ask me
anything you want, you can ask for, and we will provide it. Okay? Well, I want to just basically say thank you very much to everyone for attending. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your interest. And whether you join our company or not, okay, thank you for caring enough for farmers to help them, do better and be better for the betterment of mankind. All right? Have a
Thank you.
wonderful day. And I hope you join us. But either way, have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful life. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Praveen.
You're welcome. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone, for watching that, and I'm hoping that you have a lot of questions that I can answer. Several questions were answered at the very end of that webinar. Several good questions, and let me see if there's questions in the chat. Information, nice session, nice session. Thank you. Details of product to School of Agricultural Sciences. Please share details of the product to the School of Agricultural Sciences. Okay. What inspired the global shift from chemical farming towards sustainable and generative models? Is that the okay, so that's the first question. So let me answer that question. In the meantime, I want to just make a copy of this to please share the information with the School of Agricultural Sciences, SGRRU, D100, and I will make sure that Dr. Banik takes care of that. Let me save that here. 1 second. And then I'm going to answer the next question. Okay. Okay, great. So the question that I have is, what inspired the global shift from chemical farming towards sustainable and regenerative? So what basically happened was, over 25 years ago, Dr. He was a medical technician, actually, Fulvio Balmelli, the inventor of this technology, he analyzed over a period of time over 10,000 human bodies, okay? And he found that the common denominator at a frequency level, using his technique of bioresonance, he discovered that the common denominator of why people were getting sick is the accumulation of chemicals from agriculture in their body. And so he thought to himself, if I cannot solve the problem of agriculture, people are just going to get more sick, more sick, more sick, more sick. So he dedicated a lot of his time each year in a goal to develop a technology that could grow food without chemicals. It took him several years to go from a concept to an application that would work with water. And then he started researching plants and started studying plants to find the signals or the frequencies that were most common to plants to get them to grow. And over the next 10 years, he was developing this. And then finally, he was almost finished with it in 2013, 2014. And that's when he met me. And he met me because he saved my mother's life. My mother was terminal. She only had 3 to 5 months to live. And somebody told me that he could save her life. So I got my mother from New York to Italy, and he did save her life. And nobody else in the world could do it. They all said that she was going to die. He solved her problem using this technology. and he did it within 30 days. And when I saw that, I was very, very impressed. And we just became friends, and we started working together. And it's a very long story, but ultimately I took over this project to bring this technology to the world, and I funded the completion of the technology. So he had the technology in demonstration phases in 2013 and 2014, but it wasn't ready for commercial development. And so we invested millions of dollars to get the technology from 2014 to 2019 and completed in 2019 at a commercial level. And then we launched. Unfortunately, COVID set us back for 1 year, like everybody else. And then we just kept demonstrating to the world that we had this technology. But this technology was born out of medical technology with the purpose to make everybody in the world healthy. So that answers your question, what inspired this to happen. The next question that I see in the chat is, how can farmers practically begin their transition away from chemical inputs without losing productivity? Well, that's really simple. Again, it's in here. It's in this program, the POPs program, which we provide. We provide this to every farmer when they buy our technology, and we show them how to do it. And it's really not complicated. A small farmer can set up this system in a small area, and run their own protocols and their testing to discover the better way to farm using this system and our technology. In the meantime, they would use our technology in their existing farm and see what benefits they see even with their protocols, because I don't expect to change the farmer's mind immediately, but the one that's progressive, and the one that wants to get away from the chemicals, and the one that wants to become more profitable, he will start using, again, this system and our technology to transition away. And it is very practical. A larger farming operation, they have scientists, they have all these testing systems. They can do it more easily. But for small farmers, it's not complicated. You can set up this testing design, could be set up in a small, 5 by 5 meter area. It doesn't have to be the entire farm. They can start using the technology on the farm and see the benefits, because our technology will never harm their farm. It'll only improve. But the less chemicals they use, the better the results. So while they're using it on the farm, they can also do a little test field on the side where they run this system to figure out how should they improve their farm for the future. So I hope that answers your question. Does anybody else have another question? You could put it in the chat. I don't know if anybody wants to raise their hand and ask the question live. I'm not the moderator who's running this, but I definitely would like to answer any more questions. No, I can't hear you. You're on mute, ma'am. Ma'am, you're still on mute. I can't hear you. Ms. Shakshi, you're still on mute. Yes. Uh,
Yeah. Okay. Am I audible, sir?
Hello.
Hello, sir. Am I audible to you?
Yes, you're very audible. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Actually, so there was a little glitch, and that's why I was not able to communicate. So,
Understood.
sir, first of all, thank you for this great lecture and this valuable presentation. It was a very great presentation
My
on
pleasure. Thank you.
this the end of chemical farming. And so, secondly, thank you so much for answering my questions. And there is one more question that. How does the profitability of regenerative or energetic farming compare with the chemical-based system in the long run?
So, yeah, it's very interesting. And we've been seeing this. We have a farmer who's been using our technology. We have several farmers, but there are a few particular farmers that were very dedicated to this program, and they were using our technology for the last 4 years. One of them is a citrus farmer in California. And last year, in his 4th year using our technology, he received the highest price for his citrus than any other farmer in the whole state of California, because his citrus had so much sugar and the Brix rating was so high that the value was very high. And all he kept doing was using our system and then improving, using the POPs program, he was improving his inputs. He decided to use, get rid of all the other expensive fertilizers and start using more organic matter, start using more composting, start using more microbes. And so because he was making more money, he was able to stop spending money and wasting money on things that were destructive and start investing more money in things that were very productive. And so it was a simple transition. It didn't take very long. And he did this very slowly, because citrus, you make your decisions basically once a year. So he did this over a 3-year period. And then the 4th year, he got the best production. I mean, he was always getting better production, but in the 4th year, he got the highest production ever and the most money ever because he had the highest Brix, which was the highest sugar. And so it was very rewarding to him. With farmers that have multiple seasons where they grow 2 or 3 seasons in 1 year, they have 2 or 3 different seasons, this could be an easy transition. They could easily see the benefits in 1 year, maybe even less than 2 years. But that is what happens. Basically, we are capturing so much energy from the sun in the soil through carbon sequestering and nitrogen sequestering and expanding the microbial population, that we're rebuilding the soil with the help of the plant and the sun and our technology. And so the plant has all this energy now in the soil that it doesn't need much fertilizer. With our technology, a little bit of fertilizer, it could produce more efficiently. So the farmer will decide this because he's going to see with his own eyes, and then he'll realize, look, I don't have to spend money on things that don't work, just use the inputs that do work. And the other thing that's really important, and this is where the farmer really makes a lot of money, okay? So when the farmer is using chemicals, he cannot reuse that plant. That plant has so many chemicals in it, right? Like composting that plant is not very good because it has so many chemicals in it, right? As the farmer transitions away from the chemicals, right, he now has biomass plants in the field that are more natural. They're not congested with chemicals. So when they harvest all the product, right, they can take the remaining biomass of the crops they basically pull all of that. And what organic farmers do and natural farmers do is they pile all of that into one big pile, and they add some microbial mixture, right? And then they basically cover it and let it decompose and become a natural compost. That attracts the earthworms to come back up from the ground and start decomposing all of that material and turning it into natural fertilizer, natural black soil. So they take all that decomposed material, which is compost, and then they spread it back in the field as a natural fertilizer. So now they don't have to spend any money, zero money. You all saw the presentation or the communication from Dr. Banik. Dr. Banik is working with a group in India and also in Japan, where they're creating biochar, where they take all the materials from the field and they slow burn it so that it becomes a natural fertilizer. You can also do this if you set up a biochar oven, which is not expensive. You can build it, doesn't cost a lot of money. Then you can take all of your material from your field and put it into your biochar oven and let it slow burn so it decomposes slowly and becomes a natural fertilizer. And then you spread that back into the field. And you could do this very easily. And the more you do it with non-chemical biomass from the field, the more natural you will be feeding your microbes. And you're just re-energizing. So it's really interesting. You can turn your farm almost like a battery, like recharging a battery. It's your field, and you keep recharging it with all of this natural fertilizer, all of this energy from the sun. But what helps you to do that is our technology. Our technology is what pulls all that energy from the sun through the plant and feeds it into the soil. So it starts with our technology and it continues with our technology. And you will just keep making more money and more money and more money and more money because you're spending less and you're getting more production. And that's the simple formula. Spend less, use what God has given you in the field because you created it with the sun's energy, and just sell more. So it's really simple. And we've already proven this with several farmers. Any other questions?
So I guess we are over with the questions. There is no question I'm seeing in the chat box for now.
Fantastic. So
Yeah.
I am looking right now for a good scientific analyst, a scientist that is really good at analyzing data and preparing white papers or preparing reports for farmers and basically even for getting into tier 1 journals, so I'm looking for someone who is a really good analyst and really knows how to analyze data. I'm also looking for representatives all over the world that are interested in representing our company and our technology and becoming an expert with the future of farming technology. So if you're interested and would kindly go to our website at harvestharmonics.com and go to we're hiring page and submit your information if you're interested in working with us. I would greatly appreciate that. We're looking for some really good, smart, and very analytical people, and we're also looking for some really good representatives for our company. Thank you very much. I really enjoyed presenting and answering questions. and I hope you enjoyed the recorded webinar. Um, before we go, are there any other questions that anyone wants me to answer? You can put it in the chat, or if not, then I want to say thank you, everyone, for attending, and thank you to Just Agriculture for inviting me again to your wonderful event.
Sir, I think that's all for today, and it was a
Fantastic.
very great lecture, and it was truly an honor to have you with us today.
Thank
Even
you.
though our CEO sir told that, like, if you expand your business in not like Punjab area side, and if you want to collaborate in that, so we will be very happy for that collaboration also.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to that. Let's set up a meeting and have that discussion.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
sure, sir. And sir,
Thank you
also,
very much.
yeah, and sir, we sincerely appreciate the time and effort you devoted to sharing your valuable expertise and experiences with us. And your insightful words not only enlightened and inspired everyone present, but also offered meaningful perspectives for us to reflect upon, as your contribution added great depth and significance to the session and making it truly impactful.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you so much. Everyone have a blessed day. Thank you very much. And ciao.
And so, with this, with heartfelt gratitude, I would once again like to extend my sincere thanks to Dr. Francesco Alia for his valuable insight, inspiring words, and kind blessings. A warm thank you to everyone for being such a wonderful audience and for your enthusiastic participation throughout this session. We truly appreciate the time, energy, and knowledge shared by our all esteemed speakers and participants. As we move towards the conclusion of our FDP program, tomorrow will be our final day. I hope you have enjoyed the sessions so far and found them meaningful and enriching. Let's meet again tomorrow for to share a beautiful and memorable closing to this wonderful journey and learning and inspiration. With that, we come to the close of our evening session. Thank you once again for your active participation, all of you, and wishing you all a pleasant, peaceful, and intellectually fulfilling evening ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.